right today. As soon as that leaf floats past
The theme of the second day of the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala,
Pairing couplets. Oh, I've heard of that. It's a Liyue art form where you have
heaven and earth, rain and wind, the endless sky in the boundless land, forest boars and ocean shrimp, lavender melons and matsutake shrooms. Based on a given line of poetry, you must create the second line to form a pair, or couplet. As long as the two lines should be neatly matched, complementing each other both
to buoy your imaginations and allow the winds of inspiration to fill your sails.
An inspiration?
By inspiration walk, we simply mean one, of course, to all our friends, old and new. Please be careful while out and about.
In short, please roam freely as the mood takes you. Enjoy the spectacular scenery of our two beautiful nations, and Traveler, can you round up Xingqiu, Chongyun, and the Mondstadt
Oh, is it that thing from yesterday?
Thanks. So, we hope that each of you can keep an eye.
Are you sure this is okay?
Oh, please don't say that, Mr. Chongyun. Master Jean ordered us to work with you.
Besides, investigating any strange occurrences near
I don't mind either, because while we're out, I can look for... Just think of it like...
The way I see it, you should just...
All right. And that...
Now, how about we split it?
You mean to cover more?
Not just that. Don't forget, if we all see the same sights and sounds during our inspiration...
That's true. But how...
Why don't we draw lots?
Yeah!
Drawing lots? But what if I end up with the Liyue?
I've got the slips of paper here.
Oh, Paimon! Paimon wants to go first!
Okay, so that's the Traveler, Paimon, Diona, and Chongyun.
What a relief.
Then I humbly place myself at your instruction.
I also await your guidance.
Take care, everyone.
Did anyone forget to bring anything?
Wow. Are those ears and tail All right. Miss Diona?
Just call me Diona. Since we're trying to find that thing you saw, why don't we start with the place you saw it last time?
Sure. Then, everyone, follow me.
Enjoy your inspiration walks!
Right over there, next to the water. That's where I saw...
The view from here is great, but there's kind of
I wasn't taking a walk.
a train. Like how knights train for...
It's a bit different. As an exorcist of Liyue, my train...
Exorcism?
I've always wanted to demonstrate the power of exorcism, but... It's a pity.
Chongyun is 1 in a million. He has pure yang spirit, so as soon as he gets close, evil... Huh? Isn't that a good...
It's awful. Have you ever heard of an exorcist that's never seen an evil spirit? A lot of people think...
Your physical constitution is far rarer than the techniques still passed down by exorcists today. You should treasure it.
Conqueror of demons.
Is that a friend of yours? Yep, this is Xiao, an adeptus? Wow. Hello, Miss...
Just call me Xiao.
So, are you here to train too?
When I heard about the exorcist's encounter, my suspicions, I've already informed the owner of the inn. If you see anything out of the ordinary, return immediately and leave.
Oh.
I have already patrolled the area and found nothing amiss.
I guess that means we came all this way for nothing.
If there's no other business, I'll be taking my leave now.
Yeah, you should come.
But
I would also be honored if you joined us, Adeptus Xiao. It is a rare opportunity, and I have many...
fine.
Seems like this Adeptus is Team Changyun as a new member! Yep!
What? When did...
Don't overthink it! Diane? Yeah, I don't get to come to Liyue very I've heard that Liyue's Jueyun chilies can...
Uh-huh. I'm...
Really? Perfect! Let's go pick a hole.
What the...
As well as Jueyun chilies, I also need some slime condensate or loach pearls.
Are those really fit for human consumption? This is starting to sound like something Xiangling would make.
Let's go!
A touch of frost! Boring! Here!
Okay, this should be a...
Diona, you seem really
What? No, never! When grown-ups drink too much, they get that stupid drunk look on their faces, can't speak clearly, and don't even respond properly. Sometimes, they just sleep on the floor all night. So, I'm on a mission to mix the most disgusting drink in the whole world and show everyone just how awful alcohol really is. Nothing...
is it...
Yeah, because all my previous efforts have failed. Those stinking booze hounds not only haven't...
But... how is...
Are you calling me a liar? Just you wait.
Oh no. Is she really going to add those Jueyun chilies?
If her claims are true, perhaps she too possesses a unique constitution of some kind.
I don't see how it could have anything to do with her. Unless... she's under the influence of some kind of power? Maybe an evil spirit?
No. I sense no trace of the demonic in her. Although there are traces of something else. Something rather special. In Liyue, we might say this child has adeptal affinity.
It's ready. Here, I made one for Xiao too.
Oh boy. Look at that color. Yep. She definitely added Jueyun chilies.
What's wrong? You're not allergic to anything, are you? Don't worry, there isn't even any alcohol in it. It's a slime condensate base with a seasoning of Jueyun chilies and finished with frog legs.
Surely there's no way this can possibly taste good. Oh. Xiao downed it in a single gulp. Oh, great. If the Conqueror of Demons drank it, it'd be rude of me to refuse. Oh.
Changyun drank his too. Is he gonna be okay?
This drink is...
delicious! It does have a touch of Jueyun chili, but it isn't at all overpowering. It's completely different from Xiangling's cooking or those drinks Xingqiu makes to mess with me. It's crisp and refreshing, with just a hint of numbness, and the Jueyun chili flavor combines with the smooth but not slimy texture of the frog legs to form a heavenly mixture. And oh, the slimes! Can we talk about the slimes? Before this, I never knew that they had such a pure and herby taste, like fresh grass after the rain. The power and purity of nature distilled into a cup. Amazing! Simply unbelievable!
That's right! Slimes are absolutely sublime! Oh, I failed again! But wait, what's gotten into Changyun? He's been so quiet up until now.
I'm great, and I gotta try another. Diona, if you please, one more. I'm sorry.
It's fine. My fault for not checking. Oh, looks like this pure yang spirit isn't.
Actually, before I drank it, I very...
Who'd have thought it? Diona and Changyun are actually. Xiao? What's wrong?
Look over there.
You mean the leaf?
Something's written on it.
What? You can see that from over here? Oh yeah, or it'll get swept away.
There's a poem written on it.
The Paimon Seed! It sounds like the author is right.
Although the following lines suggest that they didn't end up together.
Why write a poem on a fallen leaf? The flowing waters are ruthless. They carry the leaves away with the current. This poem would likely have vanished into the void had we not found it. It makes no sense to me.
That's true. I've heard Xingqiu say something similar before. When there's things that you're unable to say, or just never had the chance to say before it was too late, if it can be put on paper, it can be expressed as poetry.
Is it kind of like wishing at a fountain? I used to do that sometimes when I was little. So, that means that our mystery poet was probably hoping that someone would read it, right? You think? Then, should we write a poem in reply?
But we don't know who wrote it. How can we reply?
Why not go upstream?
Upstream? Why?
The ink looks fresh. It can't have been written too long ago. This withered leaf floated down with the current. If we travel further upstream and drop a leaf into the same waters, it should be carried down past the original writer.
Cool! Aw, this is so romantic! Communicating with a mystery person using poems on fallen leaves! But how do we make sure that they'll receive it?
We can write extra copies and drop the leaves in different places. As they say, where there's a will, there's a way. Surely at least one of our leaves will find a path.
Either way, it's our only option.
Then let's make like a tree and head upstream! Upstream, upstream, up we go! Oh, did you think of what to write yet? Ooh, great! Now give...
Things you never had the chance to say before it was too late. When silence is the final word, we mourn the... I have little talent for, nor knowledge of poetry.
The leaf's in the water! Look, it's like a little boat! Merrily, merrily down the stream, life is but a dream.
We should probably pick up the pace. We still have a few more leaves to set afloat, and we need to get back before it gets dark.
Okay, let's go! Uh-huh. What's this? You two having a private chat?
No, it's nothing. I just hope this isn't all in vain.
The scenery here is quite beautiful. Let's pause here to seek some inspiration.
Should we set up camp? Oh, please wait a moment. I'll pitch the tent.
It's an inspiration walk. There's no need for all that.
Okay. Well, I'll conduct reconnaissance nearby to ensure this area is safe and see if I can't scavenge any firewood or food while I'm at it.
Wait, reconnaissance?
It means survey the environment and plan our route forward. It's the foundation of all operations while out in the wild.
Are all inspiration walks in Mondstadt this complicated? They're acting like this is completely normal. Am I the weirdo here? In that case, I'll conduct reconnaissance with Mika.
Huh? Oh, okay then. Crumbs. Now I have to try and make small talk. Should I mention the scenery? The weather?
Very well. Then leave the camp to me.
So, Xingqiu, do you, go on inspiration walks often, or?
I do. I always get bored when I'm cooped up at home, so I head out for a stroll. Life gets busy. You have to steal a moment of leisure when you can.
Cool. Oh, over there, firewood.
Let me weave you a verse. Rain outlines your fate.
With this wood and the food I brought along, we can definitely put together a decent lunch.
You've got quite a knack at wilderness survival. I'll give you that.
Thanks. I was on an expedition with the Grandmaster of the Knights of Favonius for a while, not too long ago.
Oh? You sound like a character from an adventure.
What? If I really run into a powerful enemy...
You're too modest, Mika. A hero is met as long as a righteous heart that yearns to aid others beats within you.
That all sounded pretty profound. I've never even thought about any of that.
Hello? Are you okay? Time to act.
You're back. Did everything go smoothly?
No need, thanks. Noelle, your cooking is...
Truly astounding.
Really? Then what do you usually eat when you're out on an
Oh, well, since I usually sneak out from home, I just grab some dry...
By sneaking out, you mean...
That's right. Or sometimes I'll tell a cover story like, I'm going out to take care of business.
But if you get caught, well...
So just don't get caught.
Huh. Anyway, did anything interesting come up?
Well, Xingqiu and I talked. Now that I think about it, by Xingqiu's...
Huh? Me?
You're always happy to help everyone in the Knights of Favonius. Not only that, but whenever... Oh, remember that time when a giant...
Oh? Sounds like she has both a...
Don't. Oh, please don't praise me like that. We should talk...
Miss Hu Tao said something about pocketing our poetic thoughts. But so far, all we've done...
You can write about anything. Looking at Cor Lapis, one can't help but wonder if one's own heart is as bright and clear as jade. Observing silk, so bright and beautiful, one pauses to consider whether it ever feels the sadness and sorrow that humans do.
So we have to connect our internal world with...
Exactly. But that's just one. Perhaps you might gaze out at the bridge in the distance and see a woman leaning on the railing, looking as if her heart is...
Huh? Wait! I saw her at the gala yesterday. Why don't we go say hi? I'll catch up.
Hello, ma'am. How fortuitous it is that we meet again.
Hello. Are you here?
Yes. Allow me to introduce our...
Thank you for accepting our answer to your riddle yesterday.
Oh, don't mention it. It's all in good fun.
So, Miss Caliroy,
That's right. I was traveling in the area and just happened.
Your riddle yesterday made quite an impression on me.
I haven't, actually. I've just... Amazing.
So we noticed you standing on the bridge from quite some distance away. Are you drawing poetic in...
I haven't finished my poem yet. The water here was just...
Well, since we're all here, why not...
Huh?
We can walk and talk. Perhaps...
I'd personally like to hear Miss Caliroy's couplet. I'm sure...
Well, if...
Woohoo! The first team is back.
Huh? The others have yet...
Come on! Let's hurry!
Just how far did you all...
Everyone catch your breath. Come on, deep breaths. One.
We made it! Paimon gets tired. Oh, not to mention dropping all the... Sounds like someone needs to... Huh? You guys picked up a new teammate while you were...
Indeed. This is Kelly Roe.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, but you're not the only one. Wait. Xiao? Where'd he go? Xiao, come on out!
Now that we've all regrouped, let's...
They say roosters crow at first light, and finches go to bed at night. But Director Hu Tao's always on the ball. Anytime, anywhere, she'll answer your call.
Are the theatrics really necessary? We're already on day 2 of the festival. The opening ceremony is over.
But my dear, dear Paimon, it seems you are not yet aware. That was not for my own sake, but for a special guest who's joining us today.
Director Hu's manner is as exuberant as ever. It always makes quite an impression.
Oh boy! Now this is a surprise.
Mr. Zhongli, I hope you are well.
Xingqiu, what can you tell me about Mr. Zhongli? He seems like somebody very important.
Yes, he's held in very high regard in Liyue Harbor. He's extremely erudite in many different domains of knowledge. Allow me to introduce you all to Zhongli, a consultant at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. His expertise is limitless, stretching from the celestial orbs to the terrestrial ores, spanning modern and ancient culture, delving into literature both prosaic and poetic. He may be my subordinate, but he is certainly a qualified poetry expert, and so we have invited him here tonight to judge the compositions.
The director exaggerates. I am but vaguely acquainted with a few lines of classical poetry. Should you consider me to be remiss in my appraisal of your own compositions, please correct me.
Yeah, enough with the modesty already. If I didn't know better, I'd say you seemed nervous. Just focus on judging.
Please rest assured that I shall rise to the occasion, Director.
Let me do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Huh? Are you counting me too? Okay, fine. But
With our Fontaine friend present, perhaps we should rename this event. Also, I'm just noticing that Paimon should only count as a... Well, how about this? I'll join in as well. Naturally, the more the merrier. Being the host of the festival shouldn't stop you from having the chance to enjoy it like the rest of us. Then, it's settled.
What about me? Shall I keep track?
No need for that. The teams are just a formality. We're all friends here, and this isn't intended.
I concur, Director. Moreover, it would be disingenuous to impose, since this is a congenial poetry gala. Should we not begin with it?
That's a relief.
Couldn't have asked for a better judge. Zhongli said everything I was supposed to say, only far more eloquent.
No problem. Friends old and new, put on your thinking caps and take a deep breath of fresh air. The second stage of our poetry gala will now commence. Matching couplets.
Perhaps I could break the ice with a humble contribution to inspire others to share their brilliance. Please listen to the first line in the couplet. Lounging in luxury inside a Shinue kiosk booth, delighting in countless contemporary tastes.
What? He managed to think of one already? Oh, he seems like a real expert at this.
Shinue Kiosk. Should that be paired with Lily Pavilion? Or are they too similar for a couplet? Oh, this is pretty difficult.
Shinue Kiosk. Contemporary tastes? I guess I should pair the modernity of their VIP dining experience with an emblem of the past. Ah! Maybe where I was training that one time. That was quite ancient. The weather was terrible that day. Okay, I got something. Surrounded by history, outside a Tianheng Pass pavilion, as lightning sets the boundless tenebrous skies ablaze.
Wow! Changyun completed the couplet!
Shinue Kiosk is a renowned modern restaurant, while the mountain pass of Tianheng is a prominent historical landmark. These two iconic locations form a complementary pair. The imagery also contrasts rather well between the two halves of the couplet, one half describing a leisurely and comfortable indoor scene, the other portraying a hazardous outdoor scenario where there is no protection from the elements.
Huh? I was just describing what I experienced that day. I guess I just got lucky. All right then. I guess I'll start the next couplet. Mind pines for Mingyun, flesh confined to Qingse, spirit striding high on Zheyun's clouds.
Oh, Changyun, you dark horse. Looks like you came to play today.
This conjures the image of one with lofty aspirations, whose life is limited to a small town, but who awaits the opportunity to one day ascend above the clouds. The use of various locations for their symbolism is quite novel indeed.
Oh! Soul shines like jadestone, dressed in finest silkware. Lucent heart still beats within me now.
Wow, how did Noelle do that?
A superb line. It employs the metaphor of precious stone to describe one of noble and moral character, with a pure and clear heart. The symbolism in this case is centered around objects, truly the work of a skilled poet.
That was a commendable couplet. All thanks to your guidance while we were out on our inspiration walk.
I'd like to start the next couplet. Up into the misty karst, down among the grassy marsh, all for lotus seed and bird egg soup.
Lotus seed and bird egg soup? What is it, Diona? Did you think of a second line for the couplet? No. Everyone's poems are so complicated. I need more time just to understand them. But when I heard lotus seed and bird egg soup, it made me think of berry and mint burst. Maybe because I mixed a similar drink recently.
North beyond the Starfell Lake, south across the windswept plains, just for berry squeezed and mint infused.
No wonder everyone praises the traveler so highly. You answered so quickly.
Both halves of this couplet require intimate knowledge of the terrain in question and the local plants that may be found there. The two of you are clearly both seasoned travelers.
Does this mean I helped? Meowsa!
Hey, now, Zhongli. Don't just praise everything you hear. You should question and press them a bit. Don't worry about upsetting anyone. After all, I'm here to take the heat.
Then allow me to try another. Qingxin has no heart. Still, it soothes the human heart.
Is she talking about the medicinal effects of Qingxin? This is a hard one to match.
Sweet dream is no dream, yet it nurtures people's dreams.
Sweet dream. Does that really match?
Since the suitability of the match has been queried, I shall act according to the director's wishes and ask you, what is the link between Sweet Dream and Qingxin?
Oh, you mean eating a delicious dessert before...
Then I agree. The two halves of the couplet match.
Points for me, points for thee. This judge gives out points for free. But if you ask me, everyone's being a little too conventional so far. Let's push the envelope a little. Go nuts!
Oh? In that case, why don't you finish this one for me, Hu Tao? Round moon in the heavens, full moon at night. Celebrate with circle of friends.
Oh, square meals in the basement. Big bowls of rice, decorate with cuboids of meat.
Huh? What the?
Ah, we have ourselves a pedant's couplet. The two halves have no thematic connection, yet each
Blah, 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 blah. So verbose. Zhongli, just tell me if I got a point or not.
Of course you did. I presumed it went without saying.
Ahem. Through Cheongji, I walked 100 miles. At Guili, I ended my march. In Dihua, the silver grass grows in two styles, but horsetails don't trot out the marsh.
From vendors, I bought some 15 steaks. At dinner, I sizzled the lot. At pressure, the tenderloin cooks in 2 ticks, but 15 won't fit in the pot.
Huh?
So that's a pedant's couplet. Paimon thinks she can do that too. I thought of one. Wolf hooks can't hook Baron Bunny. Aw, that's a cute couplet.
Sweet flowers can't outsweet Sister Barbara.
Huh?
Now, that's the passion we like to see. Although, unfortunately, your response was technically one word too long.
In that case, Whopper flowers can't whop Jumpy Dumpty.
Oh, this monster's got talent.
I'm so real.
Nestling by a roaring fire, scent of tea wafts from the stove, reading through the heart of clear springs.
Wow, Noelle came up with another one! Come on, match the couplet. Paimon knows you can do it. Do you really think Paimon has what it takes? Fine, Paimon will give nestling by a roaring fire, scent of tea wafts from the stove, reading through the heart of clear springs. Seething in the pouring rain, sword of pain swipes at my foe, beating up the eye of the storm. What? Really?
Yes, very good. The image of challenging powerful foes in the harshest of conditions seemed to manifest before my eyes, and it was perfectly juxtaposed against the atmosphere of leisurely reading with a cup of freshly brewed tea.
Really? Maybe Paimon has a knack for this after all.
It appears that my service...
enjoyed myself too. Oh, I never.
You were amazing today, Noelle. You did so many. Paimon especially liked your one about reading Heart of.
Miss Kelly Roy, are you okay? You look like you're getting tired.
Don't worry, I'm fine. Although, I do have a question I'd like to ask. Have all of you read Heart of Clear Springs?
I haven't actually read it.
My dad told me the story once. It's about a spring fairy and a young boy.
Oh, yes. The story of a spring fairy who left her homeland and met a boy under the moonlight in a faraway land. The boy poured out his heart to her, and she listened to his stories. Over time, the boy grew up and began to develop feelings for the spring fairy. But the spring fairy didn't understand human love and was afraid that making a promise to him would ultimately end in tragedy. And so, I don't know if Diona's father mentioned the part about the kiss to her.
In the end, the spring fairy left the boy and was never heard from again.
Ah, yes, that's it. Many years went by, and the boy became an old man. But he never stopped believing that the fairy was real and not just a dream.
Sounds like a tragic tale.
So, what do you guys think of the spring fairy in the story?
I'm sure she made her decision with the best of intentions, but the boy couldn't hope to understand why she left. It's a shame that the misunderstanding never got cleared up.
Well, do you think she should go back and see that boy again, if she ever had another chance?
Now? But isn't he an old man by the end of the story?
Isn't it a bit late? What if it just led to more regrets? Oh, sorry. Oh.
If Paimon was that boy...
I see.
Oh? Looks like the party's still going strong over here. Are you coming up with more couplets? Need my help?
Stick to hosting, Tone Deaf Bard. If you get involved, you only match every couplet yourself.
I never knew you, but the couplet games are all over now. Tomorrow's...
Do we have to share our own poems with everyone?
That's right. If you're not feeling confident, don't worry. It's never too late to register for Venti's Poetry Cram class.
I'll sign up.
Oh, me too.
Hold on there, Buster. Before you start peddling your classes, just how much freedom is there with this freestyle poetry exactly? Aren't there any requirements at all?
It's as free as the winds that blow, and there's nothing freer. There are no limits to genre, form, content, or anything else. So long as it comes from the heart, you're welcome to put it into poetry. Give it a try. There's no better chance to express your innermost thoughts.
Whoa, that's almost too much freedom. Paimon can't decide which way to go. Our travels, or maybe all the food that the travelers cooked for Paimon. Will you come too, Kelly Roy? Paimon wants to see what you write.
Oh, yes. I'll be there.
Ugh, my nose is starting to itch again. All right, I shall leave you to privately ponder your poems and bid you all good night. See you tomorrow.